semana y nos vemos aquí el día de mañana.
You're watching K34.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Saturday, February 22nd edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, Julio Garcia, joining you for a show packed with tons of information. Coming up on today's show, we're going to be talking with descendants from the 10th Mountain Division and hearing and learning a little bit about their story. We're also going to be learning about what the 10th Mountain Division is today and how it's changed over the years. And then we've got Skipper and Scout in the studio with the latest on moon boots, a fashionable winter trend. And then if you're looking maybe for a meal to prepare this morning, we're going to be showing you a quick and easy breakfast bowl. So if you're just starting off your morning, sit back, enjoy, grab your cup of coffee, and enjoy as we kick off your Saturday, February 22nd edition of Good Morning Vail, which starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Escape the cold and embrace the après-ski vibes at the Grand Hyatt Spa, where you'll find tranquility rooted in traditional alpine wellness.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
It's time for Lens of the Day, sponsored by Eyepieces of Vail. Eyepieces of Vail has locations in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, and Edwards for all of your eyewear, and in this case, helmet needs. Today we're going to talk about the Smith Nexus. Now, there's been a lot of new technology that has taken place in some of these helmets. This is no exception to that. The helmet has 22 different vents, so it offers, a lot of comfort, whether the temperature you're skiing in is cold or a little bit warmer. So all throughout the season, this helmet is a perfect option for you. It's also got MIPS, which most helmets now are getting the MIPS, that multi-impact protection that allows you the mobility of the helmet, so when you hit or take a direct impact, it inflects it around so you don't feel a direct force. A new technology that's built into this helmet is Choroid. Now, Choroid is a series of tubes that also impact direct forces. So that allows the injury not to be sustained to the person wearing it, but to be impacted throughout the helmet. You'll see some of the impact joints right here, similar to what you see on some of the new NFL helmets, to where it takes that force off of who is going to receive it and disperses it throughout the helmet. What a great product this is, and it's so durable. This is something that is going to last season after season. So Smith has great technology. The Choroid is something new that they're building in the helmets. You partner these with some Smith goggles and you've got the best technology to allow for a very safe and enjoyable day on the mountain, whether you're snowboarding or skiing It's going to offer everything that you want. Eyepieces of Vail, great partner here at TV8 and Good Morning Vail. Make sure you visit one of their local areas, whether you're in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, or here in Edwards.
Good morning, Vail.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
TV8 Vail is expanding its distribution, and we want you to be the first to know. You can now find TV8 and our all-Spanish live stream Conecta en Vivo on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Search the channel store for TV8 Vail and Conecta en Vivo on your device and add them to your list of favorite channels. And as always, you can continue to live stream on our website at tv8vail.com or find us on Spotify. At home or on the go, you'll never miss a minute of your favorite local programs on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is a Vail Legacy Weekend, and Liz had the opportunity to catch up with some descendants from the 10th Mountain Division who share a little bit about their story. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to the show. I am really honored to have two special guests here. It's all about the 10th Mountain Division, but we want to remind everybody that today is the 80th anniversary, which marks the attack on Riva Ridge. And we're going to do a story that I can't wait to hear from you guys. But I wanted to introduce you guys, Art and
Lake.
And how do you say your last name?
Ensley.
Ensley, and this is with 10th Mountain Division, well, you anyway, and I am so intrigued by you both being here today because I know that I'm really curious to know how your dad being in the 10th Mountain Division shaped your world as a son of somebody in that. So I would love to hear that story. But before I start off, I want to thank you for everything that you've done, your service and everything else. You guys are remarkable. I've read so much about the 10th Mountain Division. Oh my God.
Well, thank you for
Brave
having us.
people.
Yeah, for clarity, it was my dad that was in the 10th Mountain Division and trained up at Camp Hale here.
Okay.
And so, you're looking at two generations here of descendants then from my dad. And today's a big day. 80 years ago tonight, about 700 guys scaled the backside of Riva Ridge in the dark and probably scared out of their minds to attack a superior position of the Germans that was held for some time, and had a couple of other unsuccessful raids by U.S. forces, and a lot of lives had already been lost. And so these guys headed up there at night, tiptoeing across.
Wow, and your dad was one of them?
He did not go up on the ridge.
Okay.
He was in the 86th Regiment was primarily responsible for the assault. The 87th was in support, and he was there. And then subsequently, the 85th and the 87th, then a day or two later, did the attack on Mount Belvedere,
wow.
which was just a few miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And actually proved to be a more bloody conflict than Riva Ridge. But they were both key to opening up the Po Valley for the U.S. forces to go north into Italy. So anyway, big
This is a
big
great
day
history
tonight.
lesson. I
big,
love this.
big day tonight, and so that's why the 80th anniversary today is such a big deal, and
It is.
celebration and honoring all the stuff they did. It was
Absolutely.
amazing.
I mean,
yeah.
to your father, to you guys, and it goes obviously down the line within the family. What's it like being part of a family of such heroes and things like that?
Well, I've always heard the stories,
Yeah.
and it's really important for me to continue that legacy and remember all these great heroic things that they did,
Absolutely.
and that my grandfather and everyone else did. Who really changed the course of the war, and they were very heroic. And I don't think things around here would look like they do if they weren't around.
I am sure. Now, when you were 5 and you wanted to be a fireman, and then you started hearing all of these stories from your parents and your grandparents, did it change the course of the direction of what your future is going to look like?
Absolutely, I'm very end goal oriented. Gotta get it done attitude, and I think
Wow.
that comes from my dad and his dad as well.
Oh, you look at them so proudly. I
I
love
am.
that.
I am. We're pretty proud of the whole heritage, and my dad passed down a lot of attributes that I think are great for us. Certainly, nobody can contest the
Absolutely.
toughness and resolve of the 10th Mountain Fellows, and but you have to balance it with being unselfish and taking care of your friends, family, and the ones that are close to you. So
Right.
that balance is also important as characteristics that I think that we inherited
Absolutely.
down the line.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, since the 10th Mountain has been known to do a lot of stuff out there in the freezing temperatures, who's the better skier?
Well, I guess at one time I was, but I think I had to pass the torch to him.
Uh-oh.
Several-
Is it youth or is it just skill?
Mostly speed.
Oh, okay,
Well,
good.
we have a saying that sometimes his skis are defective. They don't
turn.
They don't turn very
Yeah.
well. But no, he is definitely the winner in the family in that regard.
I love that.
But my wife skis, and
Oh, wow.
so we enjoy it up here all the time, and we probably get 20 to 30 days of ski a year, and so. Love of the mountains and the outdoors is also something I think we all inherited, but a healthy respect as well. That there's some dangers out there that you need to be prepared for, and
Yes.
I think that's one thing we learned is preparation and just getting a handle on your surroundings. So if something unforeseen happens, that you're able to handle it.
Well, I would think that you have the special guidance and training within your soul at this point. You know what I mean? Because it trickles down through the generations and everything like that. Now, were you going to join forces at all with any of our armed forces, or are you planning on doing something else with your career?
Well, we come to Vail a lot, and
Yeah.
so we celebrate every year with the 10th Mountain. We
Right.
continue to do that. I don't plan on joining the military in any way,
I'm
but
too scared.
yeah, we celebrate it every year, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
I love that. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, we're going to be part of the ski days up at Ski Cooper
Okay.
Later this week, and participate in the Legacy Parade probably
Nice.
on Saturday. So just bounce around to some of the events and meet some of the vets and the soldiers, and it's just it's a celebration, but one that you don't want to disconnect from the the sacrifice that was made
Absolutely.
on this. So you have to honor that, but we want to make sure that the legacy continues, and that's why I think it's important that Lake's here to be the next generation, because somebody's got to continue to tell the story.
That's correct.
And we don't want it to die.
No, and it shouldn't. It should never die within any reason, because this is history, number one. And number two, it was an exceptional show of bravery and skill and and brotherhood and just camaraderie. I mean, people don't understand there's a lot that goes along within something like this, especially within the 10th Mountain Division. So I'm so happy that you get to carry on, and then you can have a kid, and then you can carry it on with one of them. If it's girl, boy, it doesn't really matter, because women can serve as well. I don't know about trekking through the. I'm picturing myself trekking through the snow with all that gear. I don't know.
Oh,
But there's some tough women out there.
There are some tough women. My wife's one of them. So
Really?
oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
She's
Can
out there
attest.
almost
Yeah.
every day with us, and so I will say, my dad died when I was relatively young, and so a lot of the stories I heard were told through my mom.
Okay.
So moms have a big role in
Oh, I bet.
in the overall picture as well. So. I don't want to discredit that too, but
No, they
some
have
of
to be the
some of the
backbone.
stories and retold stories, and I think I'll say that some of the organizational habits that maybe came from my dad, like my sock drawer. I think my sock drawer is probably not tidy as it once was, and
Uh-oh.
he can probably talk to his. But
Can you drop a dime on your bed? Will it bounce?
yeah, I'm not going to go there. but I think that the stories do need to be retold,
I agree.
and whether it's from the sons and daughters or relatives or the moms and dads, however, as long as it gets retold, I think that's the important part of the legacy of the 10th Mountain Division.
Absolutely. You need to carry on that legacy. No pressure at all. But I mean, the truth is that it's something very special, and everybody really does. They're not stories that people go, oh, not again. We got to listen to this. These are exciting, and they're life-changing and history-making stories through brave men and women that did some unbelievable things that most common people would never imagine doing. So, I mean, I think that's really important to keep that alive and kicking and continued on to tell these stories. What's your favorite story? Do you have a quickie?
Well, Battle of Riva Ridge was always
Yeah.
the greatest story and the best achievement. So his dad was up on the ropes.
Nice.
He wasn't on the first assault, but he hauled ammo up and
Wow.
wounded down, and so he was
That's a big job.
big part of that assault.
You must feel so proud to have that legacy within your family ties. This is wonderful. You guys, please do not ever forget about 80 years ago, the attack on Riva Ridge and our brave men and women from the 10th Mountain Division. Your family line and legacy, and I can't thank you guys both for being here and telling your story. What are you going to do tonight to celebrate? Anything special?
Nothing big tonight. I think some of the festivities start on Wednesday. I think they have the ski down Wednesday,
Right.
and then the ski Cooper on Friday. But,
Okay, perfect.
But we're going to be around trying to tell the story and pass the word. I want to do a shout out to Pete Thompson who helped us and helped organize this, and
Yes.
thank him for his service. And
Absolutely.
while he wasn't a 10th Mountain Division, he's probably one of the best ambassadors that they have ever had.
I love that. Thank you, Pete, for your service. He is in the background watching. You guys, I appreciate you. We respect you, and we really, really do
Thanks
show
for
our
having us.
gratitude.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
very much.
You guys, this is wonderful. Thank you for being here. 10th Mountain Division, you guys look them up and read all about them, please. And remember the anniversary today. We'll be back with more TV8 Vail after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
The songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Ready to power up for summer? Whether you hike, bike, golf, or just want to feel great, get ready for summer with Mountain Recreation. Sign up for our Power Up for Summer promo and get 4 personal training sessions, a nutrition consultation, and exclusive recovery group access, all for $250 at the Gypsum Rec Center. Register by February 24th for March sessions or March 24th for April. Sign up at mountainrec.org or visit the Gypsum Rec Center front desk. Mountain Recreation. Active, healthy, together.
TVA Vail is proud to announce the Wacky Winter Reading Program. We're asking children of all ages, K and even the teenagers going up to 12th grade, read 10 books or 1,000 pages by April 30th, 2025. You can find all the details on our website, tva8vail.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the lovely Eagle Valley Library District, where you can go pick up your book and have a great time. Have a great winter from your friends at TVA Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, and we continue to celebrate Vail Legacy Weekend. And our friend Ross had the opportunity to chat with a major about what the 10th Mountain Division looks like today and maybe how it's changed over the years. So let's learn all about it.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Here in our community, we have so much history, but it all goes back to the 10th Mountain Division that kind of founded this area, got us going, and the skiers and everyone there. And joining us now is a member of the current 10th Mountain Division, Major Rachel Jeffcoat. Major, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm just calling Rachel, but Rachel.
That's fine.
10th Mountain Division, we're celebrating this weekend. We celebrate every day out here, the 10th Mountain Division, but this weekend we have Vail Legacy Days where members of the 10th Mountain Division are going to be out there. But what's going on this weekend?
Absolutely. So yesterday to start, we are out here celebrating Vail Legacy Days, but also we're calling it Mountain Legacy at 10th Mountain Division. We started with the Hail to Vail Traverse yesterday, where our soldiers originally were going to do a 26-mile trek starting at Camp Hale, Colorado, and ending in Vail proper. Starting at Camp Hale as a nod to our heritage, where we were actually activated and trained there, and then they were going to do 26 miles, but due to avalanche mitigation, we shortened that to 9 miles. So they started at Vail Pass and ending in Vail proper yesterday.
Wow.
But then that just kicked off our events, and really it's a commemoration of our 80th anniversary of the Battle of Riva Ridge. And then tomorrow we're going to be celebrating at Ski Cooper for the 50th anniversary of the Ski Cooper Days that the 10th Mountain Descendants organization puts on for us. And then we'll be doing the Vail Parade, the Torchlight Parade, and then also we're going to be having the Ski Trooper Cup, where you're going to be seeing 10th Mountain Division soldiers climbing Pepe's face at Vail and doing some alpine tasks as well. So we're out here. I highly encourage people that if they see someone wearing the 10th Mountain Division patch and in this uniform, to please talk to them.
Yeah, you can't miss them. I've seen a couple out on the mountain these last couple days, and we can't thank you guys enough. And it is so cool to see everyone out here and enjoying it and doing it how they do it. But Riva Ridge 80 years ago, right? Like, they're scaling these mountains at night to, really, it was a turning point in the war, right? But what people don't realize is we reactivated the 10th Mountain Division, right?
Absolutely.
So we still have a 10th Mountain Division. It's not like this old thing that's done. Like, we still have a 10th Mountain Division, right?
Absolutely. So we are an active duty U.S. Army division that is currently stationed at Fort Drum, New York. So we were reactivated at Fort Drum, New York on February 13th of 1985.
So we just hit that anniversary.
We just hit that 40th anniversary of being reactivated at Fort Drum, and we were reactivated as a light infantry division. Currently, 10th Mountain Division has 3 brigade combat teams, a sustainment brigade, and a combat aviation brigade. So we are a huge unit, about 20,000 soldiers that serve, and we are known as the U.S. Army's most deployed division in the United States.
And we're talking Middle East. We're everywhere across the world right now, right?
Yes, we are global right now. So we have soldiers with our 3rd brigade combat team currently serving in Europe right now, and then we have our 1st Brigade Combat Team who is currently serving in Iraq and Syria. Our 10th Combat Aviation Brigade actually just got back from Kuwait, but they were also doing operations in Iraq and Syria. And then our headquarters right now is in Arizona, supporting the southern border surge.
Amazing. How is a way people can help and support you guys? Like, is it just saying hello? Is there financial donations? Like, how is a good way for someone to say thank you?
Absolutely. Honestly, if you see us out here this weekend, just ask a soldier how they're doing. Ask them about the current operations of 10th Mountain Division. We truly, truly appreciate the American support that we get.
Yeah. And as you're walking through town, the history is everywhere. We've got the 10th Mountain statue right at the covered bridge as you're entering Vail there. Some of these names right on the trail. Riva Ridge is a trail name. So some of that history is just kind of hitting you in the face everywhere you go, which is really cool. What are you looking forward to while being out here?
I think the history aspect is the thing I look most I look forward to the most is just learning a little bit about the history each time I'm out here. It's great linking our heritage from the Colorado Rockies, and now we're at Fort Drum, New York, where we have the Adirondacks, and we do train out in the Adirondacks as well, and some of our local ski areas in New York too. But coming out to Colorado is almost like coming home because it has such a link to our heritage. We like to say in 10th Mountain Division, if we can train in the mountains, we can train in any austere, complex environment as well.
Yeah, yeah. What's it? Have you been to Vail before? Is this your first time?
So this is my second time in Vail. I was out here last year for Legacy Days, and it was amazing. Just seeing all of the history. I don't think some people realize how much 10th Mountain Division truly gave to the ski community and the outdoor community as well.
Yeah. How, like, this is part of our culture here. How do you describe to these new soldiers in New York, like, what this is out here, what this was?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that point up. So we actually host what we call D Series or Division Series, and it's really a nod to the training that was conducted at Camp Hale, Colorado. And those soldiers that competed in D Series back home at Fort Drum, New York, are actually coming here today to participate in Vail Legacy Days. So it's kind of cool, so they get to know about the history. We spend a day and they learn all about the history of the Colorado Rockies and Camp Hale and our impact on the ski industry and the outdoor community. And then they do this Alpine Operators course, essentially, where they are training in these harsh environments in upstate New York because we get tons of snow up there from lake effect snow. And so then whoever wins that D Series actually gets to come out to Vail and experience Vail Legacy Days and learn about the history, our history here in Colorado.
So cool. So we just hit 40 years. Like, are we going another 40? Like, what's kind of next for our 10th Mountain Division?
Absolutely. So we are still going to be an active duty unit that serves globally, worldwide, and ready to rapidly deploy whenever the nation calls upon us.
Yeah, amazing. So with this weekend with Vail Legacy Days, who's coming out? Like, you mentioned some of these winners of the competitions, but who else are we going to see out here?
Absolutely. So we have soldiers from our mountain training group that are out here currently. Those are the majority that did the Hail to Vail Traverse. We also have our soldiers from the 2nd Brigade Combat Team who are out here. We have our D Series soldiers out here. And then we also have our commanding general who will be out here, General Nauman. He'll be attending, and our Command Sergeant Major Johnson will also be attending. And they are very excited to get in and see the history that we have here and to also ski.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have everyone. I was telling you a little bit, like, I get to live this free life because of you guys. I get to snowboard every day and grow my hair out and live a free life because of you guys. So we are very appreciative of you. But I want to ask you, Rachel, when you were first learning about the history, like, what stood out to you about the history? What's some of the things that you were like, oh, wow, might not have known that?
So actually, when I first came to Colorado, it was, and really kind of delved into the history, it was when History Colorado had an exhibit about the 10th Mountain Division. And even before that, I had a brigade commander, because I used to serve as 1st Brigade's public affairs officer. And my brigade commander at the time said, if you're going to learn about 10th Mountain Division, you have to read this book. And it was Climb to Conquer, which you can also find at the museum here. And so that was kind of my first introduction. I had no idea that 80% of the ski areas in the United States were actually started by 10th Mountain Division, and how much of an impact we had on the outdoor community for that. And then also, I didn't even know about, at the time, that Pete Cyber, who was a veteran of 10th Mountain Division, was the founder of Vail. So that was really cool. And then History Colorado put on a great exhibit. I've been to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. That was amazing. Just learning about all of the history and what it had to offer to the ski community, I think really got me in. And I will say, being in 10th Mountain Division really kind of got me into the ski culture and really got me into skiing as well.
Amazing. Yeah, I often, like, I would have loved to have been a fly on a tree when Pete and Earl were way back there without any lifts, just visualizing what it's going to be.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Rachel, thanks so much for joining us. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else I should have asked you, or anything else people should know?
No, I just really want to say again, I highly encourage people, if they are out in Vail for Legacy Days, if you see this patch, you'll see it as the colored patch, to really kind of speak to those soldiers and ask them how they're doing.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for coming, and thanks for all you do and everyone in the 10th Mountain Division, and past, present, and future.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for all you do, and get on out to Vail Legacy Days. it's part of our culture. It's part of our community here. Embrace it. Embrace the 10th Mountain Division and celebrate them this weekend. And we will be back with the rest of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mi Casa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mi Casa and Mine House,
We would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Are you looking to spice up your career life? Well, then TV8 Vail is looking for some part-time hosts. There's no better way to start your morning than here with the TV8 and Good Morning Vail team. You can email your resumes to Danielle at tv8vail.com, and that way you can be part of the fun.
Good morning, Vail.
We are back with more on Good Morning Vail this morning. Now, if you're looking for the latest winter fashion trends, Skipper and Scout might have just the perfect thing for you. Gretchen had the opportunity to check in with them as they talk all things moon boots. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm so excited. I have an amazing human being on the couch with me, Carrie Roach, Skipper and Scout. Everyone, I feel like you don't even need an introduction, Carrie. Everyone in this valley knows you, loves you, and loves Skipper and Scout. How are you doing? Good. So before we start off talking about all things moon boots, obviously, how amazing is this? I have to say I love that your outfit, your moon boots, match the vibe, the color scheme of your store. Good on you. I'm proud. I'm impressed.
We're Broncos.
No, you're good. So, Carrie, I know Skipper and Scout, first of all, has been around for how many years here?
We just celebrated 10 years.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's a huge deal. Congratulations. And I know a lot of times people think it is for children, but that is not correct. And I want you to explain why.
Well, you know, we definitely cover the gamut. So we always say babies to tweens. And then for the most part, we've always been something for everybody. So our biggest brand that we started out with in 2014 was Aviator Nation. So we have that for kids and adults. And so I like being able to dress the whole family.
Yes.
And so that's why this kind of concept, came to being.
Which I love because obviously we've talked many a time to you for Skipper and Scout, and we love the store. And to add a little bit of icing on the cake, and now we have a moon boot pop-up, which we're going to talk about. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I had an opportunity to pop next door and gain about 250 square feet.
It is a big space. I have to say, I was shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're not kidding. That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing was, I don't know, we sold a lot of boots last year with people not really being able to sit down and try them on.
Right.
And so we wanted to kind of create a little lounge area where, really like a boot lounge.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I remember when I came in to get my moon boots from you, and I was sitting on the ground and walking around. I'm so that's brilliant. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it's all things moon boots. Yes. We have from children to adults and everything in between. Kind of walk me through the whole concept of the moon boot.
Yeah. So again, I love being able to sell to the mom, the baby.
Yeah.
And we do get people who want to kind of match and coordinate.
Love that. Yeah.
So they definitely have kind of the the giftable stroller option for babies. Start them young.
I love that.
And then
how cute! I can't that is the cutest, littlest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, I can't. That is darling.
A really little pink one, the blue to match.
Yes, and these are so. Really, how stylish. And I will say this: both boys and girls.
Yes,
I could see anyone rocking these.
Yeah. So we definitely want to be able to hit boy, girl, mom, dad. Some of the toddler sizes are really truly a boot size.
Okay.
So I'm a 4 or a 13 or a 1.
Okay.
A very specific size. And then when you get into a certain style, which is kind of our tall and then our tall and our lows, that's where it's really necessary to kind of come in and try and find your size.
And I love it because you were saying that also they kind of go towards your foot, or what is it called where they...
Well, so it molds to your foot.
Molds to your foot.
Yeah.
See, I never knew that. So it's like a ski boot in a lot of ways. That's amazing. But way warmer.
Yeah. I know from wearing mine, I throw them on and now I know this is my left and that's my right.
Okay.
Yeah. But they are a little bit of ambidextrous, but it's kind of a range.
Okay.
So, if you're an 8, so sometimes people will be kind of on the cusp of, one size and have to go up to the next.
Right. We have to talk about this one. I'm sorry. I'm so biased. They're all so cute, but I'm obsessed. This one's a little bit different, I feel like.
I know. I previewed that at Birds of Prey at World Cup.
Love.
And, you're staying there for, 6-7 hours.
Yeah, no big deal. In the freezing cold.
Yeah, outside the whole time. Not cold and not hot when you go inside.
That's brilliant. And that's a big thing to say because you and I both love being outside, but also we're going to go have a bite to eat, a glass of wine, etc. And you don't want to be roasting. And that's brilliant. And I love that this one's a little boho chic.
Yes.
So they all bring a different vibe. We were talking before about I would wear leather pants and wear those out or wear them with, the black with my bib overalls skiing.
Yes.
You could do dress it up, dress it down. Same with these. I would wear these even with my jeans tucked in, super cute.
I have to say I have a few pairs.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm the fashion girl over here. I love all the different styles. They're all so unique and cool and different and chic, which I love.
No, and I always say they're warm, they're water resistant.
Yes.
We have a lot that are waterproof.
Cool.
You stand in a puddle, you're going to get wet.
Right.
But yeah, so it's been a fun trend.
I love, and it's function and fashion, which
yes.
is dope. And I love like these three are kind of like spring. They make me feel
That's
like
why I wear
spring
these
vibe.
colors. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Tell us about those.
Well, we've
too.
got spring break coming up.
Yes.
You know, and so one of the things that we really wanted to do for kids and adults is, you know, they're coming on vacation. And a lot of times, you know, certain styles are coming out just as they're about to get here.
Right,
so
yeah.
we're like, buy yours, wear them for the week, and we'll ship them home for you.
Okay, so we have to say that again, and thank you for reminding me. How cool is that? You wear them all week long, and then like I was saying, you and I both are so like luggage oriented, and you're like,
where are we with it?
Yeah, literally, where am I going to put this? They'll ship them home for you. That's rad. I mean, that's a huge plus.
Yes.
That would make it or break it, you know. So that's awesome.
Yeah, if someone's feeling luggage inhibited, and
right,
we'll help you out there.
Oh, that's brilliant. And then price point, Carrie, what are we looking at?
You know, I would say I always talk about an average.
Yeah.
So a good average is about $240.
Awesome.
So that
cool.
And then, as you said, you kind of start to go to your you know chicy beaded ones. You'll top out around 500, and that's kind of a cheap, you know, a little higher for you.
But they do last, I will say,
They
because
do.
I've worn mine. I've had them for over a year, almost 2 years, and like I love them, and they do last, and they're functional and fashionable, which is so important in this town.
I'm like, my originals from 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
I
look
know.
at that, but like literally, they look almost brand new.
They're a little dirty. They're a little dirty and loved.
I
But
love them.
Yeah.
Well, and what was the brand too that you were talking about? I thought that was really cool.
okay, yeah. So what's new in last year's is Technica. So a lot of people know that from the sports world.
Okay, yeah.
Bought it, improved it. You know, looking at some traction, and then again looking at a bit of the foam that's in there, and just making sure that it's technically sound. So Technica got
cool.
involved
I love this.
since its inception way back when.
Okay, and then you said, Carrie, you are going to have your pop-up store open till when? About when are we?
Till the mountain closes.
Okay, awesome.
You know, we've got Easter. It's a little bit later this year, and so well into April.
That's awesome. That is so cool. And let everyone know where. I mean, I feel like most people know where you're located, but just in case one person out there doesn't know, where is Skipper and Scout located?
We're right on East Meadow Drive.
Yeah.
So you come out of the public transportation. I think the main one, and if you veer off a little bit to the right, you'll see our orange sign. So it's hard to miss.
Yes, and you do. I have to say too. You know, I've come to a bunch of events. You do really cool things all season long, which is really fun. You've done so many different hair tinsels and so many different events, book signing, like tons of things. So that's kind of fun too. If people are interested in that, can they go on a website or social media? Because I know you're very active on social media too.
Yeah, definitely on Skipper Scout Vail. Also on our website, we'll have all of our events with spring break. We've got some fun dance flash mob and DJs and
so cool.
Some face painting and anything we can kind of try to do, to just bring kids joy.
And it's funny too, because I love that you said that, because it does spark so much joy for children. I don't have children, and I've gone and had so much fun. And I'm like, I'm a grown woman, and but it is really for everyone. Like, it is so much fun. And
Thank you.
Especially seeing some of the littles come in and just get so stoked and so happy. It's awesome.
Thank you.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I've got a great team that really tries to make it an experience.
Yes.
Whether you buy something or not, you at least you've had a great time coming in.
I will say you have amazing people that work for you and with you, because every time I go in, you feel joy, and it's happy and fun, but you have such nice people and knowledgeable too. Yes. I'll say, because that's important. I mean, I would have never known that these boots are actually let's be real. I care about the fashion, and you're like, no, but Gretchen, they're functional too. You're not going to be freezing. I'm pretty soon here going to be out in the cold in Aspen in a couple of days, and this would be great for me. So yeah.
No, you'll definitely see them well equipped in Aspen, and definitely here Vail.
I see it in Vail a lot, which is cool. But it makes me happy, because I always think of you now, because I'm like, ooh, Skipper and Scout. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
Are we going to be seeing? So I know these are just, you pulled a couple of the colors. Tell me, maybe just to top it off, what your favorite vibe is, your favorite color right now.
Again, since it's spring and December's behind us, I'm kind of I wanted to bring some bright, kind of fun colors.
Yes.
I'll say that probably the traditional, people will go conservative and go with a black or, a white, just kind of, it'll go with everything. Right. But I'm like,
bring the pop of color.
I think it's fun to bring the pop of color. Yeah.
I feel that.
So these have been fun for,
I love that.
For spring.
That's awesome.
Make an outfit. Yeah.
Well, Carrie, you're amazing. Skipper and Scout, everyone needs to check it out. The Moon Boot store, the pop-up store connected. So you go in Skipper and Scout, you'll see it right there. Check it out. And thank you for coming in and sharing. I think I'm going to have to come in like tomorrow and get another pair. Yeah. True story. Next time you see me, I'll be wearing my moon boots. Thank you, Carrie, so much.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season in front of you.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities and points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning 3 as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Good morning, Vail.
Thanks for sticking with us this morning here on Good Morning Vail. Now, if you're looking for a breakfast meal, maybe you're not sure what to cook this morning, Kim was in the kitchen showing us how to prepare a delicious, quick, and easy breakfast bowl. So let's head into the kitchen and see how it's made.
Now it is breakfast time, and you know what that means. I am looking for a healthy way to fuel my body throughout the day, but also still make it hearty and delicious, especially if you plan to get out on the mountain, whether it's hiking, biking, and skiing in the wintertime and beyond. So one of the things that I like to do is look for quick and easy yet delicious meals. So we're gonna go ahead and make a breakfast bowl. It's going to be so easy to assemble, and then we're popping it into the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes or so. We've got several different ingredients, and you can mix and match with what you like, but believe it or not, we've got frozen tater tots, chorizo. You can pick a regular chorizo if you want, but really any kind of breakfast meat. If you're looking for more of a lower calorie option, Morningstar has a veggie chorizo, which is also a really good thing to add into this breakfast bowl. Shredded cheese. We've got liquid egg whites. So you can do egg beaters, but you can also do it as an original egg white as well, which is just as easy to do. You don't have to crack eggs. It makes it less messy. And then season as you wish. So we've got garlic powder, some salt. If you like some pepper, you can throw that on. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to assemble this breakfast bowl that we will be putting in the oven. You can meal prep a bunch for the whole week, and then you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got my egg beaters here. I'm going to go open my egg beaters. And now, depending on the size of your bowl, you know, if you're doing a little bit of a smaller bowl, I would do about a half of cup. If you're doing a larger bowl like we are, I would do about 3/4 of a cup of these liquid egg beaters. So I'm going to just pour it in here, about 3/4 of a cup. Nice and easy, just like that. And just pour it in. I'm always on the search for a delicious but healthy breakfast meal, because scrambled eggs every morning can be a little boring sometimes as we're working through that. So I poured my liquid egg whites in, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of salt on my own measuring. So whatever you prefer, I'm going to do just a couple dashes here. Again, it doesn't matter what kind of salt. We like the pink Himalayan sea salt here in the studio. I think it's just a delicious extra added flavor to it. Then some garlic powder. I do light garlic powder, believe it or not, in my breakfast bowls. It just adds a little extra depth and layering to the flavor. We're going to take a spoon and just stir those seasonings up just like that. Now, you don't have to put too much spice if you're using just traditional chorizo in your bowl. We sauteed some of this up earlier just to make it nice and browned. It'll add a little bit of spice to it. Now, if you're being very specific, you can always count your macros to add this in. And if you wanted to do about, you know, I don't know, 1/4 of a cup, but I'm just going to spoon a little bit into my breakfast bowl right here. We're just going to mix that around just like that. I'll do about 2 spoonfuls just to keep it light. Oh, I can't wait to try this. This is going to be so delicious this morning. And then we're going to take our shredded cheddar cheese. So it really doesn't matter if you are trying to be calorie conscious. You can always use a reduced fat. You know, sometimes people think that's not the best for you, but if you're really watching your calories, I say the less is better, no matter what you're doing, and as long as you're properly fueling your body. So we're just going to take a little bit of this shredded cheese. Now, this is a triple cheddar blend. I like to have as many layered flavors into my meals as possible in the best and easiest way possible. So we'll just add a little more cheese, because why not? You know, we've got that cheese sprinkled into our breakfast bowl. Next we're going to do, things are falling over all over the place here in the kitchen. Now we're going to add some tater tots. And yes, you may say tater tots, that's not very healthy. Well, that's okay. We can add just a few. It's not like we're going to be eating an entire basket full that you may get at a restaurant. We're going to add just a few of these, and just frozen tater tots fresh out of the freezer section. I'm going to put about 6 in here. So just stick them into your breakfast bowl just like that. I've got 3. You could do maybe 5 if you want to, but we're going to add 6 because this is a little bit of a larger serving. Awesome. Okay. As you can see it looks wonderful. What we're going to do is we'll pop it into the oven, and then we'll let it bake. It'll bake for about 20 minutes on 350. They're quite delicious. Once you pull them out, they'll be ready to go. You'll be fueled for the day. Lots happening to get your day started. And I know I'm going to be heating this up and definitely eating it when we are finished with the show. So, any kind of breakfast bowl that you want to make. But I like the chorizo with the tater tots, a little bit of the cheese, and this still feels like a delicious and indulgent meal, even though it is quite good for you and high in protein. So if you want more recipes, make sure that you like and follow along on our Instagram and our Facebook pages. We'll share all of these recipes if you're interested. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit, swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits, eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Living your best life and making memories with your friends. That's me, Elizabeth. And today I'm exploring some amazing sites. Come with us. Welcome to Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World.
Good morning, Vail.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that's a wrap for your Saturday, February 22nd edition of Good Morning Vail. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure being with you this morning as we learn all about Vail Legacy Weekend. Get on out there and enjoy all the events and activities that they've planned throughout town. Great opportunity to learn all about the 10th Mountain Division and what that means and what that looks like today. We also had the opportunity to learn about Skipper and Scout, some of those moon boots, some of those fashion trends for this winter, and then of course that delicious breakfast bowl that I hope you all make at home because it truly is a tasty way to start your morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. with more Good Morning Vail. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Get on out there, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the right